State of Ohio versus Chadwick Price. We're not much here yet.
I wondered if we were going to have one.
Well,
Or you just trust it down and just feel it from? You know, Hank County, the police department doesn't on their own.
tell the prosecutor that they'll be here 4 minutes ago.
Oh, I think they're all waiting for the dog review.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Marcia, let's do that. That won't take very long because they're there, so.
Recording in progress.
If they're there.
Recording stopped.
I'm wearing orange and black. That's only.
Oh, well, I wondered what.
I need this is the closest thing I have to anything. I do have a Bengals hat.
Well, yeah, because you came off the black.
Gail was a Bengals fan. I was a fan, but not. But she lived and breathed it. She.
I did worry if that was a bad sign. You have the black over instead of Charlotte Gray. It's gonna be a dark day.
So. All right, yeah, they're all there. This won't take long. All right, who we have there at the jail?
This is Mr. Harold Willis.
All right. State of Ohio versus Harold Willis, 22 CR 006. It's a bond review hearing being conducted by Zoom. Mr. Willis appearing from the jail, his attorney. Let's see, is that you, Mr. Wagner?
Your Honor, interestingly enough, I think this might be set for a status. I have not been retained by Mr. Willis, but the family did reach out to me, and I met with him last night. I'm going to head out of county and come back and meet with him and maybe finalize representation.
We're just making a limited appearance for purposes of this bond review.
Yeah, I'll do that, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, anything you'd like to say regarding the matter of bond?
Your Honor, I understand the charges are very serious. So at this point in time, I'm quite confident, with all due respect to my client, that I know the court's not going to modify this, Your Honor, not at this time. But I'm going to go back out and meet with Henry again today and see about finalizing representation, Your Honor.
All right. Well, the bond will remain the same. Thanks. And,
Yes, sir.
Jennifer Ison next, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Case number 22 CR 19, State of Ohio versus Jennifer Ison. You're Jennifer Ison.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Ison appearing by video from the jail, by Zoom, I should say. Her attorney is David Wagner. He's appearing by Zoom, also representing the state assistant prosecutor King. Defendant was arraigned on, I believe, 25 counts last Tuesday, and bond review was set for today since there was no counsel present at that time. So, Wagner.
I can only say, Your Honor, she's on my list to go see today. The state has provided me discovery, so I plan on going through that with Jennifer. We would just arguably reserve the right, Your Honor, at any time to file a future reduction.
Okay. Well, that's obviously you have a right to do that. So for the time being, it will remain the same. And if you do want to renew that, or if you do want to file a motion for reduction once you've had a chance to get more information, then we'll fine.
Yes, sir. Jennifer, I'll be out today. We'll go through some of your discovery with you.
All right, Kayla Cheney and Ms. Barber, you're filling in for Mr. Kirk on this one.
We can't hear you, sir.
Yeah.
Hear me now or not?
Yeah, hear you now. And you weren't muted. I don't know what's going on. All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, the computer job's been crazy the last couple of days. I had problems yesterday at home trying to get on the Zoom meeting and ended up having to do it on the phone. All right, are you Kayla D. Cheney?
Yes, sir.
Case number 22 CR 25, State of Ohio versus Kayla D. Cheney. Cheney's appearing from jail, is here to be conducted by Zoom. Appearing on her behalf is Sarah Barker, who is filling in for the appointed counsel, Mr. Kirk. He had a appointment this morning and asked for permission for Ms. Barber to cover for him. The court had to sign a commission notifying him that would be okay. Ms. Cheney was arraigned Tuesday believe on 2 counts. Bond was set, and, so at this time, Ms. Barker, anything you'd like to say regarding matter bond?
Your Honor, currently the bond is set at $7,500. She lives at Treewood, so she is local. She doesn't have an income. Her prior record is limited. From my knowledge, and she only has a prior misdemeanor. So the would request that the bond be reduced to something that's more affordable.
All right, King?
Thank you, Your Honor. Given that the defendant is facing a felony 2 possession, which carries mandatory prison, and also given the fact that she was one of the last defendants from a recent roundup to actually be taken into custody, it's the state's position that the $7,500 bond is appropriate. Thank you.
All right, well, I do see that her previous convictions are very limited, but that is a mandatory sentence, so, 7,500 is actually lower than what I normally would set, something like this. Usually it's around 15 grand, and I put those things into consideration when I set it, so bond will remain the same as this one. All right, thank you. All right, Drake Gaines? Case number 22 CR 29 State of Ohio versus Drake Gaines. You're Drake Gaines, appearing for the jail.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Barber is his attorney. She's appearing by Zoom and appearing on behalf of the State Assistant Prosecutor King. Mr. Ames was arraigned Tuesday on a new indictment for looks like 5 additional felony charges, 4 from 3 felonies. Actually, looks like it's 6 additional charges. All right, bond was set in the absence of counsel, and we'll set the matter for review today. Ms. Barber, anything you'd like to say?
Your Honor, I went out and I spoke with my client yesterday. He currently is unemployed, so being able to afford a bond is not possible for him. And he's living with his parents, which are Derek Ames and Hillary Ames, his stepmother. So he would be living local. My prior representation of Mr. Ames, he didn't have an issue with showing up for hearings. He was at all of his hearings. He was at all of his appointments with me. He does call into probation. He has made a request that he would like to be released, potentially on an OR bond, so that he could go to inpatient treatment. And I have spoken with Ms. Sturgill. She said that if that were made in order of the court, she would find a bed for him.
All right, Mr. King?
Thank you, Your Honor. Given that these are trafficking offenses, one's alleged to have occurred in the vicinity of a school zone. Also point out this defendant is currently in the intervention and lieu program, and he too was one of the final defendants to be taken into custody during the recent roundup. So the state would ask that the current bond remain in place.
Well, these are all 4s and 5s. So there's the House Bill 86. Well, he does the ISC though. Yeah.
He's facing an F3, the vicinity of school zone trafficking.
Oh, okay, yeah, there it is. I saw it. I'm sorry. Okay, what I will do is I'll reduce the bond to $5,000, but I'm not going to go on into a treatment facility because these are trafficking charges, and there is the ISC that he's currently on. Although I think I'm not sure when that happened, if I record this or not, but in any event, at this point, I'm just going to leave the bond or reduce it to $5,000 and any other petitions. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. King, everybody's over here waiting on you. We were going to do it in person. I didn't realize you were waiting on this, so we'll
Be right over.
should see you in about 60 seconds.
Yes, sir.
He's young. He's young.
His office is on the second floor anyway, so.
Yeah.
Just stairs straight.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it doesn't even have to go up just 2 steps.